This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Hello, and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and forgive me, listeners, for I have sinned. I am confessing, yet again, to breaking one of the cardinal rules of this podcast with the book we are reviewing today. For it is, at the moment, $1, nay, 99 cents above the price limit I have set for this podcast. But, okay, in my defense, it is totally on brand with the theme of the book, given that the book we are reviewing today is Sinner by Sierra Simone. I owed my guest today, who's a return guest, a better book than we previously reviewed when she was first on, and I knew I needed a banger. Oh shit, that came out wrong. I knew I needed a banger of a book. Oh, yikes. Okay. Anyway, she wanted something that was like akin to 50 Shades of Grey, but better. And when it comes to a request like that, I cannot pull any punches for the sake of a podcast rule that only I made up, that only applies to me. And it's a rule that if I break it, it's of no consequence to anything or anyone, really. So, point is, I have no regrets because this episode was so much fun to record and you are going to have so much fun listening to it. One of my favorite and funniest human beings ever to exist, Erin Whitehead, is returning to the show. She is such a brilliant comedian and artist, and we had the best time getting deep into this hella sexy book. So please enjoy this review of Sinner. Oh my God. Erin. Oh gosh, I already sinned. This show didn't even start yet, and I said, use God's name in vain.
Well, but were you saying it in vain, or were you excited to see me? Or is that like a banana in the pocket question?
Oh.
Were you swearing in vain, or you just
yes
to
yes to everything? Yes, but there is a banana in my pocket. I'm happy to see you, and boy, am I excited. About this,
we're in
that
trouble.
I needed to curse.
We are in for it.
Two sinners talking about a sinner.
just two little sinners.
I know. Listen. This is why this is going to be the perfect episode. But Erin, welcome back to this podcast called Too Stupid to Live.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
I owed you. I feel like I owed
No. I always enjoy talking to you. That book.
The book. Yeah.
Horrible.
I'm great.
Yeah.
No, I'm great.
Lest your viewers should think that I was complaining about you. Just making sure everyone's clear. Your viewers, your listeners. Where are we? What day is it?
This is called Too Stupid to Live. I feel like people who are like listening probably think they're viewing, so we're fine.
Great.
No, but I always I mean this lovingly, but when anyone's like, what's the worst book you've read for the podcast?
That's the episode?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But it was my favorite episode. It just was not if there was one book I'm like, I didn't like it. That is the episode that sticks out for me.
And that makes me feel better because I will say this is now the second romance novel I've ever read, that one being the first.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have anything to compare to going in, and I was like, I guess I just hate these books.
But I feel like I felt like I owed, all this time I felt like I owed you, this is an author that I love. I've seen her in person and
Really?
Yeah, there was
what's her real name, by the way? This can't be her real name.
Oh, it's not her real name, and I actually don't know her real name.
Okay.
I completely forgot it. I wonder if she didn't say it or something. But I was at some it was a pleasure seminar, and there was my friend was doing like a panel on like erotica and all this stuff and like romance novels, and like she was one of them, and I like squealed like a child. Well, that's
Yes.
weird, but I
Like
was
a
very
little, like a
excited.
little nun. Did you squeal like a little nun?
Squealed like a little nun. Little nun seeing Christ before her eyes.
Oh boy. Yeah, I would have been excited too. I truly was reading this going, oh, there's a plot. There's like a real, oh, there's ideas being expressed here. Like there's conflict. Okay.
Yeah, there's like serious shit, and like she doesn't like the book itself, like I mean we'll get into it, but like there was like a lot of stuff in here where it was like, you know how like, how do I explain this? You know how like when you hear like Michael Jackson and you're kind of like, you know, like there's a weird
You might have to say more than that for me to understand exactly what you mean.
Okay.
Like you're like the music is good, but we're sad about the little boys.
Exactly.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Like
Yes.
it's always this weird thing of like you kind of like, it's like, yeah, I guess Thriller is a good song. I guess Thriller is a good song, but like there's the
Great
undertone
song.
of like, exactly. It's like, do we mention the terrible things that he's done?
Yeah, we're in a hard time where because men have ruled that now most of them are coming out as terrible, we can either throw out our history or have a complicated relationship with it.
Exactly. And I
And
feel
some
like
things I throw out. It's hard to know.
right. I feel like this book does the latter, which I'm impressed with. Like it calls out like, yeah, the church is the cat. Like it's like, okay, well, I mean, I'll get to it, but it was like Catholic Church has a lot to do with it. And like they're like calling out like the Catholic Church was like corrupt, you know, like it wasn't like this kind of, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I liked
Yes.
it.
I did too, especially because I thought maybe it was just going to be a very simple thing of sort of being like, oh, it's hot to go against what we would consider like religious, purity or whatever. But it really got much deeper into that. And like both families have this like history of like religious roles. I mean, I was just very, yeah.
Oh, I was captivated. But before we get to the book, captivated. How has your life since last appearing on the show? How has your life changed for the better?
Well, let's see. I'm not living in my mom's back room during the first 2 weeks of a global wide pandemic. So there's that.
That's great. That's great.
Whew. I feel like I just got hot even saying that. Like, and it's not like things are good, but that was so bad. I felt like I was in a fever dream. Like, which made it even funnier that we read this insane romance novel that took place on like the Oregon Trail or something. I mean, it was,
yeah.
dear God. I don't know, Becky.
I know.
I mean, it's so funny because I feel like I don't know what you talk about on this podcast, but I feel like you and I have had some very deep conversations about common things we have in common. This is so coy and annoying.
Yeah. You
about
be
like
blatant. Yeah.
Yeah, about like sexual issues we've both experienced and like really good deep conversations. And I can't say that I've had a whole lot of like arc or change on that front, which also made it very interesting to read this book. Like what I was like, this is an awakening.
Yes. Yeah. I've been dealing with like and I thought the same thing when she was like talking about like the emphasis that you put in P and V sex, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is exactly what I've been thinking about this last year and a half of my life, was like exactly what she's saying, you know?
Yes. And the idea that this is all stuff I should have, well, it's all stuff I knew, I guess, but like reading it for some reason in the context of this novel, and maybe because it came from like, I know a woman wrote it, so it comes from a woman, but she put it in the mouth of a man.
Exactly.
And so I'm like hearing a man be like, what's wrong with these men that are trying to like just fuck you like that? Like that wouldn't feel good to anybody. And I was like, oh, right. And then the fact that he grew up reading romance novels with his mom, very like cute detail. Very odd that he was like reading them aloud to her in the hospital, but whatever. Like she's
that I'll forgive.
I'll forget. Oh, not even forgive. I mean, I was like on board, but also just deeply uncomfortable for him. Having to read these like sex scenes. But I was like, oh, of course, a man who grew up reading books like this would be far better at sex than a man who grew up watching porn. And we
Yes.
don't date men who grew up reading this.
No, we
We date men
don't.
who grew up watching porn, which is actually just bad actors having really bad sex.
Yeah, it's
And
not
I wish I knew
flat.
that earlier. I always just was like, oh, I so don't relate to this. I'm never gonna be good at sex.
It's so weird because like I've been thinking about like timelines lately and just like, oh, like so much shit that I wish I knew earlier. And it's like, yeah, I always say that, like, oh, here's a realization I wish I knew earlier. Like, here's something that I wish I knew earlier. And then it's like, I have to remind myself, like, yeah, I'm on my own timeline, you know, like I have regrets, but like maybe it's fine. And when I learn what I learn is fine, like whenever I
Ugh,
learn it. I
that's
don't
so
know.
healthy.
I
I
don't
wake up
know.
truly with a heart attack of regret every morning where I'm like this in
Mhm.
order to calm myself down, I have to not think about just the simple reality
Yeah,
that is
I
my
hear you.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't even like articulate the words, but like I have to like actively like I'm like this coach telling like there's a coach in my head telling like there's no race, it's not a time limit or whatever, you know, just like telling myself like you're different than everyone, Becky, and that's okay. There's no one keeping score, you know, unless you believe in God, which maybe that's
Well, and he's not keeping score in the way that, or she, as the book points out,
fair,
as a
fair.
nun in the book points out.
I
Another
loved
character I loved.
loved her.
Ugh, older
Ugh,
feminist nun. So amazing.
it was so amazing. Listen, I'm just gonna get into it. Like, I think we should just talk about the book that we read, which we are. But
Great,
I'm going to
great.
read the synopsis, so then like everyone, you know, can like. I mean, I'm sure everyone has read this, but regardless, or
I'm
everyone
sure
who's like
everyone has
listening,
read this.
yeah, I'm sure. Oh, we're reviewing the Bible. I'm sure everyone's read it.
Yes, I would love your synopsis. It'll help
Okay.
me. It'll help me as well.
So we are reviewing Sinner by Sierra Simone, which is currently $5.99, which I have committed the sin of making it $1 more than usual, but I think it's on brand with the book's themes.
Yes.
And also, you had asked, like, we were talking the other day, and you were like, I want to read something that'll like erase 50 Shades of Grey. And I was like, oh boy, do I have something for you. And that was this book. So, synopsis. For Sean Bell, the holy trinity he believes in is casual sex, money, and his Audi R8. But he finds himself flirting with a new doctrine when he crosses paths with the alluring Zenobia. But the Church of Zenobia comes with a trinity of trouble itself. Zenny is Sean's best friend. Zenny is Sean's best friend's sister. She's 15 years Sean's junior, and she's training to be a nun. Even though she hasn't taken her vows yet, Zenny is on a mission, but this one has nothing to do with charitable work, unless that charitable work is the covenant of coitus she makes with Sean. He's volunteering his time and his bod to show Zenny the delicious wickedness she'll be giving up if she devotes herself to Christ. But as they get closer, both Zenny and Sean question their obedience. For Sean, it's the wall he's built versus his heart. And for Zenobia, it's the loving father versus the lusty daddy.
Prime delivery is fast. How fast are we talking? We're talking puzzle toys and lickpad delivered so fast you can get this puppy under control fast. We're talking chew toys at your door without really waiting fast. Pee pads, cooling mat, and peg timer fast and fast. And there's training TREATS faster than you can say sit fast. And now we can all relax and order these matching hoodies to get cozy and cute fast. Fast free delivery. It's on Prime.
That was amazing. You wrote that.
I wrote that literally 5 minutes ago.
You could get a job synopsisizing these. That's not how you say that.
But that's what that's literally the only reason why I'm doing. I'm wanting people to be like, there's someone out there who will synopsisize your book for you. You wrote the book, you're done.
Do you
synopsisize.
feel like, Becky, that you've read enough of these that you want to write them?
I have tried. Like,
Okay.
it's writing is hard. You're welcome.
I mean, look, you're already doing it. Writing is hard.
Yeah. Wink. That's true. That's a novel right there.
Mine would be so bad. Clearly, I would just do puns. Like just the
100%.
worst romance novel full of puns. I will say, and this is where I got annoyed. Like halfway through, I was like, damn, I should have been writing down every word she used for describing a penis, a vagina, and then actually having sex, because she really had a great, like a huge number of them, and most of them weren't crazy.
Yeah.
Like some of them you're reading and you're like, folds, like it's not great. But like I was surprised by how much I didn't get caught up on going, oh my God, manhood, or like terrible metaphors.
Yeah, I liked it because, like, well, when you brought up earlier, this is the entirety of the book, except for a few excerpts here and there, is from Sean's point of view, which is I think risky for a book that is in a genre that was initially started for a female readership.
Right.
I find interesting.
I was shocked, honestly.
Yeah.
I like on the first page, I was like, oh, it's from his point of view. It truly was very surprising to me.
Yes. And
especially a guy like that.
Yes. And the first book is, I think all of the books in this series are from the Bell brothers. Like they're all, and it's like and if you listen to the audiobook, the author is like kind of has like a cult following of lady listeners.
Oh, is the audiobook, did she get a guy? Okay,
yeah.
That of course makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has like I think that people stalk him on TikTok. Like, I mean, he has this insane, like, sexy, sultry, just, he gets it. He absolutely gets it. What was I saying? Oh, so what you're saying, but like, so anyway, like, I felt like the sex words in this book, like, it didn't bother me because it came from like his character, like if I knew someone, like if I read a character and like they use the word folds on a regular basis, like they're the type of person to say folds, I'd believe it. I'd be like, okay, fine, say folds. Like that's you, you know? And with this, like he said penis sometimes, and sometimes I find like penis, like it's like a whatever kind of word. But when he said it, I'm like, yeah, you know?
Well, but she said penis, right? And then didn't he always correct her and to say cock, which I thought was very funny that he's correcting her from the proper term.
Exactly. Yeah. He wanted it like less medical. Yeah.
And he was very proud of her when she started doing it on her own. There's a lot of being proud of her in this, which was deeply uncomfortable, but hey, it was there.
It was there.
I'm not saying I hated it.
There's no shame here. I mean, there was like everything in this book. It was like taboo, taboo, taboo. You have the taboo of the age difference, the taboo of the nun thing, and something that I don't necessarily find to be that taboo, which is dating your friend's sister. You know, like I know that it's like it's a trope people like are like into, but I don't know. I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, it was funny in this since the brother specifically was like, promise you won't hurt her.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess he didn't technically do, but I still was like, this was a thing, and maybe I'm jumping too far ahead, but I was like, oh, I feel like they should have tied that plot up a little. I wanted to see Elijah, which was Zenny's older brother, like have some sort of like reckoning with Sean where he's like, okay, I see. Like,
yes. Yeah.
You know.
And like, I also wanted Zenny kind of involved with that. Like, it's like, I have an older brother. They're so great. Whatever. They're protective. But like, it would be nice to see her stand her ground because she's so forthcoming with Sean, and in like every other aspect of her life. Like, why wouldn't she be that way? Like with her brother, of like, you told him to, you know, I'm in charge of my own body, my own choice. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
you're right. That would have been cool if she had like her own scene with Elijah. Elijah.
Yeah. The brother, not the prophet. Isn't he a prophet? I have no idea.
You're asking the wrong person. I
was gonna ask you what is your like? Did you grow up with a specific like religion? Like, what's your relationship to Catholicism? Are you a nun? Is my question. Yeah,
I am a nun.
Okay, great.
In practice, essentially.
Aren't we all? Yeah.
I was raised by two atheists. I will say that when I've described my ideal living situation to several people, they've said, so why don't you just be a nun? Because what I would love is to live, although I will say I'd prefer a compound. I want my own bathroom. I don't want a dorm, but I would love to live with a bunch of friends. Women friends would be great, but any friends, and like just have a shared community where we like cook together and do things together. But minus the religion. I've always said big love, minus the husband, minus the Mormonism would be my ideal situation.
Same here. Like I would love to be a nun. Like when I see things like, even it's like, not this is bad, but like when I watch Orange is the New Black, you know, it's just like a bunch of people living together and there's love there, even though it's a TV show.
Again, you just have to take out one little tiny detail of them being in prison, but otherwise just so fun.
So fun. Just take out reality, you know, and then be like, great. Or like, even like when I was like in Wonder Woman, when you like see her living with the Amazons, I'm like, that sounds fun. Like you're just like with your peers all day. You're just being yourself. Like you're you have a schedule, you have your duties, like everyone's respectful. Like it is very appealing to be a nun.
It's that community thing. I think I feel so like, I think I'm just so over living alone. It's been so many years, and like the things that I think people talk about where it's like, it's so cool you're independent. I'm like, is it cool to pay double for everything? I don't know how fun that is.
Yeah. I think like it's cool. Like I find it like, I like not having to make your own schedule. Like, you know, like, cause like we're both out here, like independent, we're artists, you know, we're in the entertainment industry. Day-to-day life is like, we really have to like take charge of our own schedule. It's not like we clock in, we clock out. And I think for me, that's hard. And I would love a life where I didn't have to do that. Not really, but I would.
Like, do you mean like you would like a life, like a job with a schedule, or you'd rather have like a partner or people you lived around who were like encouraging? Because I think I feel like I would like people who are like, okay, we're gonna do this fun thing tonight, so you should write for 2 hours, you know, like somebody who's like pushing you to do the thing. Because I mean, I can just sit here and I've scrolled my life away.
Me too. I would love that. Like the idea of like, it doesn't need to be a set schedule. Like even it's almost like a chore chart, you know, like it's like, hey, like I'll switch things up, but just someone tell me what to do.
I am so with you. And I show up so well for other people. I just don't show up for me. There's a chore wheel in my heart. I just don't look at it.
Neither do I. Yeah. It's like, why spin a chart where there's no one to spin it with? Just don't do your chores.
Singing my tune. Well, and that kind of takes us to like another part, which is that, wait, how do you want to do this? Because I feel like I'm jumping too far forward.
We can jump wherever you want, but like maybe we could start with like they first meet, like like we meet Sean Bell. He's like brokered a deal. He's so excited. He like goes to like this fancy gala and he sees this woman who he does not recognize, but just completely enthralled with her. Yes. And it turns out it's Zenobia. He learns later that like he is his best friend's little sister, who the last time he saw her, she was like 6 or something. She's now a woman, and she's about to be a nun.
Right. And he doesn't know that the night they meet. He thinks she's just this mysterious woman that he might never get to see again.
Yes. And then he gets like right before they kiss, they get this call, or he gets a call about his mom, and his mom unfortunately is in the hospital, and I loved his relationship with his mom.
I did too. And I loved his mom.
Me too.
Yeah, she's in the hospital with cancer. And when she, like, I think was it when he was going off to college once, she like saw that he had snatched like a romance novel, and instead of like trying to shame him, she just like started sending him all these other ones she liked. And so then they had this like relationship of trading them back and forth, which was really sweet.
It was so sweet. And he still reads romance novels.
He still does. He has like a collection of them.
He has a collection. There was a shout out to actual author Sarah McLean in it when he was like going through his books. I was like, oh, cool. Like I know that author.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved that she set that up, because it was like, it made so much sense that he, even though he's billed as this like casual love him and leave him guy, that he's reading these books where like apparently he's learning how to be a very good partner and respect women.
Yes. Like he has a lot, like what's so fascinating about his character is that he has a lot of knowledge of what to do that's right. Like he knows right from wrong real well, but he's just like, I'm gonna do the opposite because of XYZ. I mean, he's had a lot of trauma in his life, you know, like with his sister.
He has, yeah. And in fact, the wrong that he's doing is almost more like it almost felt like he just sequestered himself off from like certain things. Like he was like, I'm not going to fall in love, so I'll just sleep with what I forget what they call it, sex workers and like, what was the other thing they called them?
Strippers?
Well, strippers, but it was like, I think it was just like other rich women who wanted a fling, but they called it something very funny. I don't remember what.
Like it was like someone's wife, or you know, like kind of like the women who sleep with Patrick Swayze at the camp and
that's exactly who it was. I'm sure they weren't like they weren't that old, but like yes, thank you. That's so fucking funny. That exact
like
type.
Users, yeah, because it is a type, you know, and he's like, I don't mind, and it's like he's not realizing how destructive it is to his sense of self. He is carrying this poor rich man. That's all I said again and again. This poor rich
man, millionaire
white man. This poor millionaire. Ugh.
Yeah, with so many brothers.
So many brothers.
None of them are picking up the. This is my brain. None of them are helping out with mom. Just it's really all on him.
Yeah, he's the responsible one, and that to me I thought was very interesting because it's like I feel like the kind of when you see like stories about like the Playboy millionaire, they are just like, so I don't know, you just see them with like two ladies on their arm every night, and they're just like the inside of their mansion is an orgy constantly and like whatever. But it's like this guy's actually kind of like nice and dorky.
Yeah, he like turned and he's easily flustered. Like, and even in that first scene, she like laughs at him and she's like, "Are you preening?" And he gets very flustered in it, which I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah. And that was like something that I liked about her was like she's 21 and there's something about it that like is a little like because like I was an idiot when I was a 12-year-old when I was 21. You know, like I was just not.
It sounds very young. She's still in college. She lives in a dorm, which felt icky. Yeah.
But she would say things like that, or like say something else that is like was something that felt revelatory at 30 years old, and she's like 20. Like she felt her character felt older, I guess, than
oh for sure
her age. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
An old soul.
Old soul. Yeah.
Young vagina.
Old soul, young vagina. That's what's gonna be on my grave. Here lies Becky. Old soul,
young vagina.
Could you imagine like going to the doctor and be like, well, like, listen, you are aging, but your vagina is so young.
Doesn't it seem that would be like a Sex and the City episode?
I know.
It seems like Charlotte would be like, it turns out my vagina is 5 years younger than I am. Oh, honey, my vagina.
And it's like, so now when I introduce myself, I say that I'm 50, but my vagina is 45.
Yeah, I just add the two ages together and split the difference.
I know, it's easy. Yeah, because like in my head, I'm 50, and like in years, I'm 45, or I'm 50, but like in vagina years, you know, you just divide by 2 and cut it in half.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my gosh. Sex and the City, right? They really just it defines my life.
Same. There's very few scenarios that I can't find an episode that match.
Exactly. Yeah.
My head just does it automatically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But so Zenny then it does come out that Zenny is Elijah's little sister, and Sean's like, oh boy, you know, and then she shows up and she's like, I have a favor to ask you. I want you to fuck me.
Yes.
And I was shocked.
Stunned.
I thought he was going to be the pursuer, but no.
Yeah. That's why I loved this book, and why, like, I recommend, like, why when you mentioned the 50 Shades thing, like, oh, like, this author and this kind of scenario came up because she has so much agency for someone who has never had sex before, or you know, character trope wise, you know what I mean? And I was just like, just the level of consent in this book made me so comfortable.
It really was like, it was, we're going to talk through every little part at every, oh, sorry, my my sleep meds alarm went off. I'll push it.
I'll remind you when we're
I'm so old. Oh my God. Wait, what was I just saying?
Take your sleep meds. Oh no. No, I just
consent.
now. Yes, consent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. Like, I felt like at every given interval, it was like, do you want to do this? Is this comfortable? Are we going to do this now? You know, like, it was so talked through. I feel like this is the piece of like consent that we were so misled in the 90s, where it was like, if a guy was like, can I kiss you? It was like, ew, can't he just like feel it out in the moment? That's so gross. And now I'm like, what? No, it's so hot to have somebody check in at every second, because it also forces you to verbally be like, yes, I want you to do this thing. Like, that's hot.
It absolutely is. It's like making like she like even says like this conversation is awkward, and like it's like this awkward conversation that they have, but it ends up being so sexy because you end up kind of revealing yourself, and they reveal like their boundaries, their experiences, things like that. And it's like, what a great conversation to have. And it's like connection is sexier than pretending to know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the idea that it's somehow a deeper connection if you're reading each other's minds, which we know doesn't work in any other part of life either. So
no. Yeah. It's just this like kind of like romanticism that's been like built up because everyone's afraid to like listen to women.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Man.
You summed it up. That's it.
Yeah. So what I really liked about this is that she comes in not having a lot of sexual experience, but having a lot of opinions about sex, about like, you know, he asks her if she's a virgin during this
right. And she's
scene.
like, half or sort of, because sort of, because then he calls her my little sort of virgin, and even though they have a whole conversation about virginity being a construct, which I was like, wow, cool. We haven't even had sex yet. Here we are.
Yeah.
But then he did refer to her as my sort of virgin, so I was like, well, it's not that much of a construct in his mind. He still thinks it's pretty hot.
And even she knows, like, she's kind of like, he's like, are you a virgin? She gives her whole speech about how it's a construct. Then she's like, and then it was almost funny. Like, she's like rolling her eyes, but in terms of what I know you're asking, sure, fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
yes. And she had had half sex with the guy where he was like halfway in, it hurt. So she told him to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And he, you know, which I thought, again, very powerful scene. And I loved how, I don't know, like sometimes I feel like when we think virginal, I think you kind of like, I think as a society, our brains kind of equate it with being infantile, weak, and stupid. And sure, you know, Zenny is virginal, but she wasn't any of those things. Like, she wasn't infantile, she wasn't weak, and she wasn't dumb. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm like, yeah, this was great. I loved this.
Yeah. They had a little bit of a father-daughter dance. But she wasn't, you're right, she wasn't infantile. And they even had conversations about it, because he was like, I'm very controlling, and like, if you move in here and we start to do this, like, I'm going to be controlling about how this works. But then they agreed that she could call him an asshole at any time and he'd stop. And he did, because she did do that at one point. And I was like, yeah, this is very different. Because what I didn't like about 50 Shades, and I think I told you I had to skip to the movie because I thought the book was so bad. I hated the like rules about making working out.
Yes.
The meanness. I was, none of it turned me on. Like, and I was like so the opposite that it was like making me angry to read. Like, there was no turn on.
Yeah. He like never once asks, is this okay with you? You know, like in 50 Shades. And like this, he's only asking if this is okay with you.
At every second. Yes. It's very caring. And you also see him like fully start to fall in love with her immediately, which I was like, okay, I'm on board. This is the book I want to read. I love that he was like trying to hide from his feelings and dealing with this dying mom, and like this guy was a fucking mess. I even though he's so controlling and rich and like I loved it.
I loved it too. It was like almost funny to me, like, okay, he reads romance, like, I don't know, not that I needed it called out, but as someone who reads romance novels all the time, like, he reads romance novels all the time, finds himself quickly falling in love and like knows exactly what to do and like doesn't. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess this is like a novel. And it's like, you didn't think that 5 seconds when you saw Zenobia for the first time. Like, come on, Sean, you're a romantic.
That is funny. Yeah, I wonder if he had so separated himself from those books.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Because like sometimes because like I read these books and I am also like very not romantic like in life, you know, and it's like, oh, I guess he just like sometimes maybe you avoid looking for the signs of like real connection because you're just like in this zone of like putting up these walls. I don't want to fall in love. I don't,
I
you know,
mean,
whatever.
I do not live my life based on the movies about love that I love when I think about it. Like, I don't even see, like, I'm very much like, oh my God, I love these movies. I want to be this. I want these relationships. And then in life, my own set of issues was what like steps forward to take the stage. And like, I honestly can't. So I sort of get that. I can see
Me
that he's
too.
like, you know, maybe his attachment style or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
All his
Yeah.
trauma from because his sister died.
Yes.
That's a huge plot point in this because his sister was molested by a priest.
Yes.
And then killed herself.
And she killed herself. And it's interesting because that is brought up. It is a big part of the first book as well, because it's why his older brother became a priest. So it was kind of like in the aftermath of this horrible tragedy, like this is how all of the Bell brothers reacted. Like he went towards the church, Sean went away from the church. The families had, had their schism and things like that. And oh wait, where was I going with this? But yes, but you could still see that it wasn't like, it was nice to see that kind of plot line. It didn't just like kind of like end in the book one. Like this is a serious thing that is going to permeate like the rest of the series, obviously. And here he is falling in love with someone who like exalts the very system that like killed his sister, more or less.
Yeah. And he says he doesn't believe in God anymore. And there's that very sweet memory he has of he's at the wake for his sister, whatever they call it, because I don't know what they call it for Catholics, but
the Shiva. No, that's not it. That's very Jewish. The Christian Shiva, the Catholic Shiva.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he's like overwhelmed, and he goes upstairs to the bathroom, and he's just like about to lose it. Like he's like panicking and crying, I think. And like this little kid like knocks on the door and is like, "Sean, are you okay?" And he's like, anyone else, he said he would have been so mad, but it's like his friend's little sister. And so he's like, yeah, I'm okay. And to try to like comfort him, she just like slips a book into the door, and it's a romance novel. And that's the first one he ever reads. And like sitting in the bathroom reading it is what calms him down.
Yes.
Which did make it very cute that then they meet. That was very sweet. It was a little Jane Austen-y with the like, you know how in Jane Austen, like the guy will essentially raise his wife.
Yes.
Like he'll hold her as a baby and then
Sure. Yeah. Because they're like daddy husbands. Sure.
Why meet your wife when you can just raise her up, you know?
Just grow her. Grow
the wife you want.
Build the wife you want to live.
Yeah.
I kind of loved it because it was also like, I don't know. I consider myself an atheist, but if this is a world where there is some sort of divine force kind of manipulating everything here, it's like, oh, that's where it would be, you know? Like this is kind of the thing that's like manipulating their lives, a romance novel. The power of romance.
Yes.
Very sweet.
The very first sex scene to me was the best one in the book.
Okay.
Which surprised me. You may not have the same experience. To me, it was the hottest one.
The first sex scene, like when he like fingers her for the first time, or like, is there P&V?
Yeah, I guess they didn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that encounter was actually the hottest scene.
I agree. I thought that scene was very hot. I love the vibrator scene. Again, no penetration.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because like
that one didn't. For some reason, that didn't do it for me as much. Because I think when he was like, "Boy, she took to that vibrator, so my little nun," and I was like, "Oh boy, I don't know about this."
He was so proud of his little nun.
He was so proud of her. But I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. There was one
Yes.
sex scene that, boy, I would have switched it out for something else.
Mm,
I think you know what I'm talking about.
the
What?
in the
In the homeless shelter kitchen.
that made me anxious. There's like like
I could smell the vegetable oil with which he lubed his cock before sticking it in her butthole.
I was like, I like learned recently that there are like in flour, like there's like 10% dead bugs in it. And I'm like, what if there's like flour everywhere and like flour particles are getting up her butt and what if it's one part of the bug parts? I sound insane right now.
No, I didn't know that, but that's horrifying.
But there's like so much like contaminants in like food and
Yes.
it's like you're here and it's just, I don't know. Like it's.
Oh yeah, the bacteria in the kitchen. I mean, also in a kitchen that's used by like a public place. It's not even like his kitchen.
Exactly.
This is like many people are in and out of this place.
Mm-hmm. Like so many people could be butt fucking in that place like all the time, and like and when they're alone, and it's like you're not. You know what I mean? It's like
I know.
There's
I feel like
so many germs.
She even said that at one point. Like he goes, "Oh, is it okay to throw the condom out here?" And she was like, "It wouldn't be the first condom thrown out here." And I'm like, "Okay, well, gross."
I know. It's like it was like. I don't know. Yeah, like it made me like sad because I was like, I wish this was more sexually empowering as opposed to like maybe sad.
I like because it's the scene where he then like kind of slips and says to her like, "I love you." I wanted it to be. I wished they had just had sex, but that he had like decided to like stay inside her to come, which was one of their things. He was like, "I'm never gonna come inside you," which I didn't really. He had like a whole rationale of like, I won't use you for pleasure, but I mean, I'm sorry, jacking yourself off right after being very turned on by her is you're still getting pleasure from her, but whatever.
It was very that was like semantics.
It was an odd rule. Yeah, I think it was so that when we got to it, it would be very meaningful, which it was. But I kind of wish they had done it in the kitchen so that then when he said "I love you," he would be in such a vulnerable place. Because instead, I was like, "Oh, you just like rammed her." I mean, not the time, my friend. That's not what you say.
And he even like points it out. Like there was one line, like he was like, because like they have like a nice moment, and then she's like, "I want to try anal here and now," and he like is about to tell her that he loves her, and then at the same time she's like, "I want to try anal," and he's like, in his head, he's like, "Is this an ass conversation? This isn't an ass conversation."
Right. Yes, you're right. He realizes it. Yes. Yeah. But then he can't stop himself. Yeah.
I know. Which understandable. It is funny because remember how like I don't even know if it's still a joke anymore, but but like remember how like 10 years ago it was like, "Hey, when your wife loves you? When you let her when she lets you butt fuck her." You know what I mean? And then it's like that's when he says he loves her. It's like after that. Like I don't know. I just like kind of like jumped back to like the comedy of the 2010s in a way. Of, like,
that's so funny. I don't know if I remember that, but I do. Maybe it's because I have IBD and I am like precious about my fucking sphincter and I will not do anything to stretch it out because I really need it.
Yes.
Like the idea of I'm always so worried for women's buttholes. I'm like, you don't understand. You're going to need that muscle for the rest of your goddamn life. Like, you don't know what kind of diarrhea you're going to have down the line. Save it, honey.
I like don't understand like why I need like 2 weeks of preparation, like to prepare myself like mentally, physically for anal sex in terms of like the probiotics and my diet. You know what I mean? Like if
are you saying you hypothetically or that's how you whirl?
Oh no, hypothetically. Okay. Yeah.
I shouldn't have even asked that. This is a podcast. You don't have to tell me anything at all.
Listen, everyone knows everything about me on this show.
I wondered. I didn't know how much you tell.
I talk about everything. I don't care. Listen, people can turn it off. You can easily turn off the podcast.
It's so easy. Come on, turn it off.
Just like you hit pause. Oh wait, what was I saying? Oh, like I think it's like spontaneous anal sex. I think like I find very jarring. Like because like I feel like because of body stuff, I just like think of my own body and my own experiences and just like being like, that's the one spontaneous sex act I can't do, but like it's like
And they used vegetable oil
yeah.
from the cupboard. So all I'm picturing is this like not even Wesson, but like whatever the fucking store brand giant
Yeah.
Costco like. And you know how it smells like all vegetable oil just kind of smells
Mm.
rancid? Like, even if it's not rancid, it's like not
Yeah.
a good smell. At least if he could have been like, oh, good, there's coconut oil here or something.
I know. But
Vegetable oil?
yeah, like I mean, I have contact dermatitis again, you know, and it's like I am very, very sensitive skin,
Yeah.
particularly in my butthole area. And it's like I need to look at every single fucking ingredient on anything that I'm putting anywhere in my undercarriage. Like, you know, like and just to like spontaneously just like take it and not check if there's like parabens or like whatever.
Oh, well,
like
and there certainly are. There's GMO corn in there. I mean, come on.
I know. And it's like, is this water soluble? Like, is this, you know, like, is this going to affect my pH? Like, it's all of this stuff that I in real life would think about that I'm just like,
I would
it's
never
like
never let a guy fuck me in any hole with vegetable oil.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't even eat it. I don't even eat vegetable oil. I will not cook with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, is olive oil vegetable oil or vegetable oil is this whole thing?
Vegetable oil is a different thing.
Okay.
I think the healthy ones are coconut oil, olive oil, and then some people like avocado oil.
Okay.
I think those are like the fatty, pure ones.
Got it.
I think vegetable oil is like a conglomeration of like, I don't even, and now I'm like just picturing them squeezing like corn and carrots. I really don't know what it's made of, but I think it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it seems bad. Like it seems like, oh, this is like kind of like it's probably very cheap, as I'm assuming.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. It feels very 90s too. It feels like margarine, vegetable oil. These are things we do not use anymore. Like,
yeah. And it's like if you shouldn't put it in your tum-tum, you shouldn't
put it in your bum bum. That's honestly the best rule. If you wouldn't put it in your tum-tum, don't put it up your bum bum. I stand by it.
I think we just developed a pillow we need to cross stitch.
I think so too. I've been thinking about getting into cross stitching. It seems very calming, and I used to like it.
Yeah, I need something to do with my hands these days. Like, but it's true. My hands are so handsy.
I do want something to do when I'm like, because I watch too much TV as it is, so I'm like, might as well have a craft. Something that you can like look up and down from.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get into drawing again for some reason, so maybe I'll do cross stitch.
Yeah. Like there's something like there's like a TV watching activity that I need that like will let me pay attention to what's going on TV, but let me do something with my hands and I'll still be able to. Do you know what I mean? Like my attention won't like kind of like falter, and I won't have to be like, well, what happened? Rewind.
Yes.
You know?
I was watercoloring for a while, and that was good because like I would already have drawn the thing, so then like listening and just picking colors was very calming.
Oh, that's nice.
And I feel like cross stitching would be a similar thing.
Yeah. Listen, let's take up cross stitching.
And now we know what we're going to cross stitch.
I know, we have a great phrase.
It's a great phrase. Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
This is just the funniest podcast. When I say awakening though, that first scene, to jump backwards now that we've talked about what I consider to be somewhat traumatic scene.
Sure. Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
That first scene when they basically have this whole like first of all, it's weird to begin with. He cooks her dinner and he cooks her like a pot pie and pastry that he tried to make himself, but it's like too thick and it burns. And there's something very sweet about the attempt, but also I'm like, this is what you cook someone you're about to have sex with? Like the heaviest curry baked good you could imagine.
It's like gravy, butter. Like I
would only eat that on vacation if I had nothing to get up for the next morning.
I know. I'd be like, what? You should have told me to bring like Lactaid with me or something.
Absolutely. You know? Oh my God. I would have been like, well, okay, first of all, I'm gluten free. Second of all, I'm going to be very bloated. Like this is where you need to cook like a nice, like flank of salmon. I don't think flank is something a fish has, but you get where I'm going.
I think so.
Sorry. I'm so turned on. I wanted to say the word flank. It's one of my hot words.
Yeah.
Just a salmon fillet. Definitely not asparagus, something, you know. Zucchini, maybe.
Yes, maybe I'll even do a spinach, not like a sautéed spinach. I'll take that.
Too
Not a
acidic for me,
broccoli.
but I hear you.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yes, tastes good. Something light but filling.
Yes,
That
yeah.
thick burnt pastry, I was just like, oh my God, she's gonna have sex after this. But
I know,
and they didn't have penetrative sex, but they
still
with his
were
fingers.
intimate.
Yes, yeah.
They were intimate, and during a time where if I were in the situation, I'd be farting up a storm, and that doesn't feel very sexy to me. And I think about that, and I completely I think about all of these realistic things, even I was just thinking the other day, a few years ago when we saw her going through a drought, but when we were having this serious drought and we were getting all of these things of don't take a shower longer than 5 minutes or whatever, and I'm reading a book with shower sex in it, and I hated that scene because just of my context of leaving the shower running these days, it's you read these scenes bringing in your own
for sure
experiences.
Oh yeah, there's no way not to. I was also there were a couple times where they went to the skating rink and then they didn't end up eating, and I was like, I can't do this. You need to eat a meal. I get so upset when pizza is promised and then pizza is not delivered, and I was like, I can't really focus on the sex that you're having because you told her you were going to get her pizza.
Yes.
Give her pizza.
Thank you. Is she getting lightheaded? That's another thing I worry about. Is do we have it's a sex, from what I hear, is very taxing, and sometimes you need a snack, and it's
And they were doing
getting lightheaded.
They were doing it back to back. That was, I mean, I will say, I was like, come on, isn't once a night enough?
I know.
You really want to go again right away?
I was I love all the 36-year-old men I've met when they were 36. None of them would be able to last as long at 36 years old as this guy. He had a teenage libido. It was he was not falling asleep right away. And I feel for 36 years old, I could be wrong. I'm, will eat my words. If there's a 36-year-old who's yeah, I can go all night long.
I just don't even understand it biologically.
Me neither. Yeah. It's
how, because there was, what's the most times they did it in one night? 3
or 4, but then you would cut to the next paragraph, and then it'd be and after a few more rounds, and it's okay, well clearly they were going 17.
And with very little time in between, I was I just don't understand. I guess I don't. To me, an orgasm is eating a meal. I only need one per meal. I don't eat a full meal. Actually, this is a bad analogy. I often do that. Let's say something else.
Yeah.
I'm done. All I can say is I'm done.
It's exercising in a way.
Yes, you don't need to do 2 workouts back to back.
Yeah, it's what are you doing? You achieved you had a really good workout. You don't need to. You're not.
It's the wear and tear on your muscles not going to be good.
Yes, you need. It's self-care. It is self-care.
Recover. You need to recover.
Yes, and
self-care is not having sex twice. Come on, guys.
I mean, and that's another thing we should cross-stitch on a pillow. Self-care is not having sex twice. I just physically just didn't believe the amount of energy that these people had.
Oh my God.
It's just that to me is the fantasy of these books, is just even if it's 2 humans, I'm this isn't real, when they're
I know, it does take me out. I want there to, I think that's why I sort of when there are realistic details in there. There was even one night where she got back and she was so tired from work, and he was we're just going to go to sleep tonight. And I was yes.
I loved that.
I loved it too. Because not only did it show he cared for her, but I was okay, I'm living in this world with him. I honestly believe this. When you're having multiple sex a day, every day, I'm your vagina would be broken. You would have gotten a UTI. You'd be getting a yeast infection because you have not experienced this man's microbiome before.
Exactly. Yeah. You literally, it would be every other day. I don't know. That's why it's oh, when life gets in the way. I love those scenes because it is it is very real.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what made the book good to me, was you really do feel you're living in it.
Yeah. What did you think of the arrangement of her full on moving in with him? She, for this rest of the month. I think because like he's controlling, which she allows him to be, which is
Yeah,
what she
and he's
wants.
also not that controlling. They keep saying it,
I
but he's
know.
not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess controlling is relative. I don't know. I find it controlling when someone's like, "You're gonna live with me," and I'm like, "What? Okay, that's a little controlling."
But didn't he? Yeah, maybe he said it, but I feel like she agreed to it.
She agrees to
like,
it.
and she
yeah.
pretty quickly was like, "Oh, have a driver and live with my millionaire fake boyfriend, sure." And she kept saying fake boyfriend, and he did not. Each time it was like a stab to the heart, which was very cute.
Very cute.
I mean, to me, it made sense because they were both like really busy people. Like she had school and then all her work with at the nunnery and at the shelter. Like I was tired for her already. I don't know how she was managing to want to have sex in that life.
I know. I mean,
and then he was, God knows what his job was, going into this office apparently and making deals.
Making deals. Yeah, I didn't really like.
The evil boss was a lot.
Yeah,
Too evil.
The evil boss. It was like, a little arch, but it like I didn't mind it.
Yeah,
you know
it was a
what I
throwaway
mean?
character.
Yeah. It just like kind of showed like, oh, this was the world he once like he once looked up to this type of person, someone who would like cheat on his wife or cheat on, whatever, and just like all they cared about is money and like not care about their family and things like that, and like
and who literally was like, you need to come into the office while your mom is dying.
Yeah.
Like in those words.
It was very, that to me was like almost funny because it's like there is no one that, well, I could be wrong, I don't know, but like it was so that moment felt very like, would a villain really do that? Like, would a person who is that terrible really do that? I have no idea.
There's probably, I bet you there's Hollywood execs who have done quite similar.
Yeah.
Especially because I think there's the need of the films being all important.
Of course.
And it seems like the attitude was the same here, where it was like, this transaction can't wait for your mom to die. Isn't she? Oh, he even said like, I thought it would take like a week, but geez.
It was like,
she was still going after a month.
Yeah. I'm like, this guy isn't like, how did like, has he ever been like, it's like he's like what, like a 40, like probably like 70 years old. He's like on his way, this boss is on his way out to retire, and he's like gone how many years in his life saying things like that and never once gotten punched in the face. Like, that's insane to me. What a lucky man.
Do you think he was 70? I feel like those finance guys retire early because they can.
Oh, yeah,
they're like
maybe.
Billionaires. I bet he was like 50.
I pictured old because I for some reason was like, is it earning money an addiction? Like, does it become an addiction?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Curious about that. Like, is that what keeps him young? But it could be. He could be.
No,
like
you're right. I'm like, and I'm thinking of like, in my mind, if I had even $3 million, I'd be like, well, I'm done. Great.
I know. Be like, I made it. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I think is very funny now that I'm like, $3 million is probably not a lot of money.
No, you couldn't buy a house.
It's just that my bar is so low. Yeah, I couldn't.
If I like saw something that was like $20,000, I'd be like, great. And then I'd be like, I barely. Oh, yeah.
Do you have I have this happen so often where someone will be like, they'll like mention an amount in like that voice of like, can you believe? And I have to make this face of like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I'm like, I don't know if they're saying that's a lot or if it's like not a lot. I don't know what we're talking about.
I have that routinely every day of like, someone's like, it was only $650,000. And I'm like, what's a mortgage? Like, like, is that like rent? Like,
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's just like not having context anymore of like, when like, we all like, I don't know, there's people, we interact with people with all different walks of life. And like, we're all just like talking as if we all understand everyone's walks of life. And then you realize like, oh, wait. I really don't. I know.
It's like the little bubbles that we're all in on social media. And I think people will forget that too. And so they'll tweet something like, everyone needs to stop saying, and I'm like, what? Everyone's saying what? I mean, and I'm like, oh, right. We're all seeing a fully different version of this world and then reacting to it.
Yeah. I have to remind myself of that. Cause like, I think like I find it insane, of like, who's voting for Trump? Like, who's voting for Trump? Like, obviously people are. And it's like, I'm in my own world, just with like what I'm consuming and the people that I, am around and the city that I'm in and all this stuff. Like, just all of this stuff feels like so fictional to me, and like having to remind myself, oh wait, it's not fictional.
Wait, so you're not voting for Trump?
Well, I'm on the fence.
Well, listen, let me
Make
bring you over
America
to my
great.
side.
I mean, I want to make America great again, but you know, I was a real Nikki Haley head. I don't know.
Nikki Haley head.
Yeah.
What did you think of the dirty talk he would do? Like when I feel like he was always like, can you come for me? Can you do it?
Yeah.
Can you get there for me?
I loved it when he would do it in like a place that was so not appropriate.
Yes.
Like while sometimes like I get a little, and then this is just me. This is just my kind of whatever. When someone is like cheering for you as you come, like it's like as you're like running a marathon and there's like people like your family's there like cheering you on as you're like getting towards the finish line, and you're
suddenly
like,
it's slow motion and
yeah, and it's like I don't need that. Like I'm feeling real, that's just me. I'm like, oh, is it a little placating? Is it a little condescending? But I know in the context of this, it was hot.
yeah, because he was kind of like teacher / daddy.
Yeah.
And she was the A student.
Mm-hmm. It was a good game, like
it was a good game. Yeah. She definitely didn't reciprocate. Like she didn't ever initiate that I'm remembering dirty talk with him. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was like, I think she was like initiating by just like being there, by the agreement, by moving in with him, by like being like, by say, because she was saying again and again, I trust you. She was constantly telling him, I trust you. And I think that's like, for me, was like, okay, if she says that, then that maybe means like talk dirty to me, baby.
Yeah. She definitely. Oh yeah. I mean, she was definitely fully into it.
Oh yeah.
And she would talk back. I just mean she was never like, is your cock hungry?
Yes.
Does it need to drink me up?
I know.
But he would always be like, do you need to feel better? Oh, is your little clit aching?
Yeah. Is your little cute little pussy aching and thirsty? Like, it's like talking, when like you're about to feed a dog or a cat and you're like, are you hungry?
Oh my God, it totally was. Yes. Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you are. You're so wet.
Oh, you papa. Who needs tickles? Who needs tickles?
Oh boy.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the last sex scene.
Yes, right before she takes her vows.
Yes. So she's at the church. She's in a wedding dress, which by the way, I did not know that nuns wore actual wedding dresses to get married to Christ. This feels so fucking weird.
I did not either.
And it seems like it's right because she like did her research. I read the little post log or whatever they call it. I mean, like, so ew, what?
So like, are nuns like going to David's bridal as well as brides?
Yeah, and are they, or do they just have like a few around that they're like, they say like, do they reuse these wedding dresses at the like, oh here, open the closet, see if one fits you?
Yeah, like the old costume closet in the high school drama department.
It does feel like that. Like, was it stained? Like, how gross was this thing?
He mentions that she looks beautiful in it, which okay, he loves her. She'll look beautiful in the paper bag. Sure. But then like he describes like, which made me laugh. Like he described the top of it resembling Belle's dress in Beauty and the Beast.
Yes,
like
and I really had to take a second. I was like, wow, okay.
I was like, what a reference that this man would make.
That he would make, yeah.
Like, how do you remember? Like, I remember.
I didn't even think of that part. I just was like trying to remember what the dress looked like.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like, and it was like I completely pictured it, and I'm just like that was like those moments where I'm like, yep, a woman wrote this. A woman like a millennial woman definitely wrote this. But like, yeah. So he like his mom has passed away. And she's there for him, during his mom's final moments,
she shows up at the hospital and the mom even whispers something to her, which we don't know what it is at that time.
Yeah. But they do have like their kind of breakup after the I love you anal sex scene. And
yeah, she's so mad at him.
livid. And that was like that was heartbreaking. Like,
Yeah. And she's like, don't be at your
Yeah.
apartment. I'm going to go get my stuff. Like very
Yeah.
cold.
Yes. Which, like, I kind of understand where she's coming. Like, I feel like, you know, she has this plan and it just gets, like, rocked, you know? And it's like, I would probably, even if I didn't mean it, react in the same way. Just because, like,
Yeah.
you know, when you, like, are like, this is my life plan and you can't da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, all of a sudden, like, bam.
And I think she rightly was like suspicious of him being somebody who could sort of swoop in and just have his way. Cause he's had his,
Mhm.
he's gotten to have his way with like every other woman he's been with.
Yeah.
And I think she really had like a passion, a plan. This is what I want to do. And the idea
Mhm.
that he was like willing to derail it for his own selfish feelings
Yeah. Mhm.
felt, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, hey, you kind of like, even though what you promised is heartbreaking, the fact that you didn't go, the fact that you broke your heartbreaking promise is like twice as heartbreaking, you know? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So, but regardless, like he needs her when he's losing his mom, and she is there. And then like later on, she's going to take her vows, and he like runs to like kind of wish her luck, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or
And
whatever.
he goes to tell her that, like, I want to make sure that you go into this, like, with full freedom and joy. Like, I was
Yes.
wrong. He's going to be like, I
Mhm.
was wrong. And then when he
Yeah.
does tell her that, he's like, and you didn't think that, like, coming here to say that to me right before I take my vows is maybe fucking with me? And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, I do see that now.
Yeah. He's like, true. Yep.
Yeah. So there
This
she is. And they're
poor
in there like a
rich
little,
man.
I know. They're in like in some like, I keep picturing this church, by the way, as like very dirty.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know why, but like I think because
Mhm.
they kept describing all like it was like falling apart, and you know that's
Mhm.
part of the whole plot at the beginning is like he's gonna buy them a better or find them a better
Space.
space.
Yeah.
But I was just like I'm picturing them in this like very like
Mhm.
dingy room, and she's in like a used stained wedding dress. The whole thing I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know
Just
about this.
there was a weird smell. Like I definitely
A
pictured
lot
a
of
weird
weird smells.
smell.
Not as
I
bad
mean,
as the vegetable oil, but like
yeah.
church weird. Yeah.
Just like dusty. Yeah, like religious places I'm assuming have a smell.
They
A
do have a
distinct
smell. I feel like,
you
and
know.
I feel like I very much notice it when I've gone to like funerals or weddings, which is the only time I'm ever in a church.
Mhm. Yeah.
And there is sort of a thrift store / school smell.
Yes. Yeah. Thrift store, school / almost library sometimes, you
Mm-hmm.
know, of just like kind of old paper,
Yes,
you
and like
know.
old wood and old carpet.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But they fuck in there. They full on.
They fuck with her in the wedding dress.
Why
And I'm just
not?
thinking like too, like so you're gonna go through with this in front of all your sisters knowing that like you just
2 seconds ago.
had sex like it, but they do, I will say this is another part I like, so they
Mhm.
really do a good job of explaining that like sex does not make you impure, like they don't even
Yes.
view it that way. In fact, her
Mhm.
mother, nun or whatever she's called, was like, go out, live your life, have sex so that you're sure about this decision. And
Yeah.
I really loved that conversation that first of all she has with him when she's
Mhm.
explaining to him that like having sex does not make you tainted or not good enough for the church or anything like that. It's literally
Mhm.
you're just making a commitment
Mhm.
to do a different thing.
Yeah.
And then I love that he has that one scene with is it the Reverend Mother or over?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like the prioress.
But yes, I don't know what any
Yeah.
of the titles are.
Mhm.
And she's very much like, you need to tell her you love her.
Yeah.
And she's also the one who refers to God as a woman. And
As a
I was
she.
like, man,
Yeah.
these nuns.
These nuns are like sex positive.
They are.
Like, cause like they don't like they're like because they're so empathetic and they don't want like someone in this, you know, priory or nun mission or convent or whatever, like who are like, you know, yearning, missing out, you know. I would feel terrible if I were Mother Superior and there was like a sweet young nun beneath me who like I know is yearning for something more and I'm like, you took your vows, sorry. I'd be like, no, like you have to be true to your heart, you know. I love you.
By the way,
Yeah.
have you seen the latest season of Queer Eye?
Yes. Yes. With
'Cause,
the
that is not a nun I like. I could not get behind this nun. I'm gonna take my sleep meds,
Yes.
by the way.
Oh my God. I love this. Take your sleep meds. By the end of this, like, I just want to be like, everyone, Erin has fallen asleep. She's just like toast on.
I mean, I know I should have asked how long we're going actually before I took it.
Oh no, I should have actually been keeping time because I am very enthralled in this conversation. Also, I need to take my sleep meds too, but that's neither here nor there. What was I gonna say?
Listen, there was a day in my younger years when I could just hit the pillow. No longer.
I don't. Again, I just don't understand it anymore. Like, I don't understand how like she can just like sleep, like stay the night at someone's house and not be like, well, I need my nighttime meds and my morning meds and my toothbrush, you know,
and my
like,
face wash and my. I mean, she did request a silk pillow, which I
Loved
liked.
it.
Yes, and she had to
Loved it.
explain to him about like when you have
Silk.
because she's she's black, and so she's explaining to him that like
Mhm.
with her hair it would dry it out, and he's like horrified, which I thought was very funny. He's like, is it drying out my hair?
Yeah.
She's
That's
like,
the first thing he thinks of.
she's like, no, Sean, we have different hair.
I loved it. And then next day, full on silk sheets for the rest.
Oh yeah,
of,
he got the whole set, and I was like, oh, I wonder if she wanted that, because in my mind, I'm like, a silk pillowcase, I get. Silk sheets don't sound cozy to me. I feel like you'd be slipping and sliding, and like every little bit of moisture would show.
Yeah, I don't know, because I do enjoy I do have a silk pillowcase because I have curly hair, but like full on, like, do you get hot or cold in silk? Like, is it like, you know, is it like,
yeah, is it breathable? I'm not
exactly
sure.
Breathable, that's the word. Yeah.
And I don't know. It just the shininess of it doesn't sound. I don't even like those sateen sheets.
Yeah.
They're too shiny for me. I use I just lost it. Becky, my brain.
Target.
Did you say Target?
Yeah. Target sheets, that's where I use mine.
These are unfortunately, they're so expensive, but I love them. Bed threads. They're oh
cotton.
my God.
Egyptian cotton.
No.
Is it like bamboo?
No, my goddamn brain.
Eucalyptus. Okay, we were gonna Google this.
When you know what the word is, you'll be like, you couldn't think of that word.
Cloth. They are
essentially. It is essentially the word for cloth.
Oh, okay. Fabric. I'm loving this game. They are woven. They are
linen.
Linen. Oh,
linen.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, I forget the word linen all the time, so you are in very good company.
I don't know why that it's so weird to me how certain words just fully escape me, but I do. I love these sheets. Tell your listeners, if you want good linen sheets, they really do get softer every time. They don't lie. It's pretty amazing. I mean, they're like better 4 years later than they were when I got them.
Ooh, that's good to know, because I just feel like I kind of just get sheets and wait for them to like kind of disintegrate and then get new sheets again. You know, like
these are
splurge.
I splurged. This is the only time I've ever splurged on sheets, and I just got the one set, and I love them. And Bed Threads has a thing where you can mix and match everything, so you can do like the bottom sheet, the top sheet, you choose all your own colors. So I did like a mix. I did a mix of like terracotta and peach and dark brown.
Oh my God, you are
very cozy.
Living the dream, living my dream. I would love, like, I'm just like, I want to choose like my own, choose sheets that I just make me happy. Like, I look at my bed and I'm like, this makes me happy.
Yes. You know? And we should be happy in our beds.
We should be like Zenobia.
And if our regrets are going to keep us up, we might as well be in nice sheets.
Thank you. Another pillow.
Okay, wait, but I feel like I derailed the whole conversation just to say the word linen.
Right.
Silk sheets.
Well, I think something that we did fail to mention is that she is Black, and that does come up in a very poignant part of the book where like Sean has to check his privilege and like realize like, oh, like I have no idea what she's going through, which I thought was very poignant.
I liked it, although because he's 36, for him to say, and his best friend is apparently Black. They grew up side by side with this other Black family. For him to go, oh, it never occurred to me your experience might be different than mine. And we're in the year that we're in. I was like,
it was a little dumb.
This is the man you're entrusting your virginal little hymen to? Like, I feel like we need to make him a little, like, let him make a mistake, but not be quite so new to,
yeah.
you might have had a different experience in America.
Right. Yeah. Because he does like do something that's like he tries to stand up for her and, you know, kind of takes her agency away in the moment, you know, like that's
Yeah.
not right. Da, 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 da. You know, and it's like, whoa, like, I don't know. Like it was very
And then he gets
like
mad at her.
Yeah. It was like
Because
childlike.
he's like, why aren't you
Yeah.
madder? Why aren't you more angry? And she has to be like, because I've dealt with this my whole 21 years on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, that's again makes her sound so much smarter than like you know,
And
than
maybe that
your
is
average
part of
21-year-old.
it. Like she's
Yeah.
definitely probably had to consider far more things than he ever had to.
Oh, sure. Especially like this is the environment that like she grew up in too. I mean, I know that she like leaves a voicemail about her experience and like what her family expects of her, what the
Oh
world
yeah, she
expects
was
of
really
her.
into voice memos.
I know she
That
loved
was
those voice memos.
That was
Again,
a funny tidbit because I'm like, I'm a
yeah.
big voice memo person.
You are.
I mean, you and I have not dipped into this, but maybe we will. I don't know.
Mhm.
But when I find people who like a voice memo and who like to send them back, I'm like, this is very fun. It's like having a personal
Mhm.
podcast. Like I
Oh
just
my
let like
God,
someone will like
yeah.
leave me one and I'm like, ooh, 5 minutes. I'm gonna go on a walk.
This is so funny because I think the other day I was again, sorry, side note, was rehearsing my show with Courtney and like we were texting about like the book and I accidentally hit voice memo and then I started
About
rehearsing.
this book?
Yeah, about this
Oh,
book.
did she
I
read
think
it too?
no, but you had texted me about like, oh,
Oh,
can't
yes,
wait to
yes.
discuss it, blah blah blah, and I like texted you back, but I think I accidentally opened voice memos and I did the whole show and the whole time it was a recording of voice memo like about to send to you.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Because I've also done the thing where I guess I set my phone down and somehow hit like not record, but when you dictate.
Yes.
And I'll
Yeah,
look down
yeah.
and be like, what on earth? And it's like
Mhm.
700 paragraphs of me just having a very mundane conversation.
Yes. And it's
Yeah.
like, I did not mean to do this. Second side note, are you on Voxer? The app.
No.
It's like a walkie-talkie app. You can like leave voice memos.
No,
people.
I am not on
That's
that. Wait, but
fun.
how is it different than just doing them on like
It's not. It's not different. It's just another app to put on your phone.
Great. I mean, you know me. I'm always looking for another app.
Yeah.
I get so many that I'll search for like, is there an app for whatever this latest thing is that my brain has thought of? I'll find it. I'll get excited. I'll go to download it and my phone has it. And I'm like, oh, so we've already been down this and I just never used it.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah. It's like, I wish there was like an app to like be like, you thought this thought before, you know? Like, I think the same thoughts
Personal
again and again.
Google. I have said this so many times. I'm like, I want Google for my brain. And people are always like, that's photographs. And it's like, no, I want to be able to Google, where is the jacket that I had in my 20s that I loved? What happened to it?
Yeah.
Did I throw out this paperwork? Do I need to call the person for it? That I want this. This is the Google I want.
I want like, okay, remember that person I met in 3rd grade and we ran into each other at a Jersey Mike's? What's her name? I forget her name.
Yes.
And if I don't remember her name, I'm going to not sleep ever again.
Yes.
Even though I'm never going to see this person ever again. I need to know her name.
I'm with you. I live near Jersey Mike's and it makes me so sad that I can't eat the food there. I want a meatball sub so bad.
I mean, okay. I guess as someone who does eat there, I'm like, it's not the best, you know, like it's
right.
And I'm from Jersey, so I have my
yes. I mean, listen, I crave Subway meatball sandwiches too, and those are definitely not good. I just crave them.
I get it. I absolutely get it. Oh, Erin.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to give you like a bunch of meatball subs. I wish I could just like take you in my arms.
Take me in your arms and feed me a big fat meatball sub and I'll go
this is love.
Oh boy.
Okay. So this is all to say the book ends on a happy note.
It does end on a happy. I was a little worried. I was like, oh, is she going to set us up for a sequel and I'm not going to get the happy ending? I was very happy.
Oh God, I knew that it was gonna end happy. But I was in the phase of like these characters are so like she's so convinced of her decisions, like 99% towards the end of the book. Like you don't see for a second that she's really kind of doubting, and it's like, how is this gonna work? How is this gonna work?
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
it
when
works
she fucked him
so
right before,
well.
I started to go, seems like it's gonna go okay.
Fair,
Because come
but
on.
yeah, I think what it is, honestly, I think season 2 of Fleabag just like in the back of my brain is
Oh,
like, you know what I mean?
which,
Like,
by the way, I do think that season set me up to already be okay with adding some religious in. Because
okay,
when
yeah,
when that season of Fleabag started, I was like, a priest? Really?
yeah,
And then 20 seconds later, I was so fucking on board.
yeah.
Sorry for another side
We need it.
the segue. Okay.
We need it.
Have you seen the new
Mhm.
movie All of Us Strangers?
No, but I want to.
Becky,
Okay.
it's Hot Priest and it's so sad and it's so hot and like you're gonna die.
I love him.
You're gonna die. I was texting Mark Rennie as I was
Mhm.
watching it, and so the
Mhm.
first thing I text is, okay, this movie just got very hot, and then like 20
Nice.
minutes later I go, and then very sad.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, my wheelhouse. Hot and sad. That's why I like this book. Dying
Yes.
mom, hot sex. I was like,
Mhm.
my brain can't keep up.
Oh my God. We need to read more Hot Sad. We should start a Hot Sad book club or something.
Hot
Just read
sad,
Hot
I
Sad
think,
books.
is really where it's at for me. It's like
Yeah.
that much. If there's an attachment style that is hot sad,
Mhm.
that's what mine is.
Do you like this? So this book I think was it was hot sad, and even without the mom plot line, like I just think their love for each other and the fact that like they both like just knew they couldn't be together, but they had to be together, and just that longing, it was very sad. Like it was sad when he was walking out of the church in like,
And yeah, he
yeah.
like ran.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. And I'm
And
like,
they both like
yeah.
pushed each other. I liked that they did both challenge each other, because the idea was like, she was like, you have to challenge me about my beliefs, but she clearly didn't really want that. Instead of,
Yes.
she was like, officially, I should want this because I know I should be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the real challenge came where he fell in love with her, she was like, no, you were only supposed to challenge me like intellectually.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And then the whole deal was not that he would be challenged at all, because he's just, he's just a dog. He just wants sex. And then like immediately he's like falling in love with her, and it's the first time he starts praying again.
I know.
Which, by the way, I was like, that's interesting. He like looks up the ceiling, and I think I guess he doesn't say it out loud, but he says like, to God, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
I think it's about his mom or his sister. Like he's
or just like life, like everything.
Yeah. He's like very upset. And when he tells her that the next morning, which again, I was like, oh my God, how sweet that he told her that. Like they're having very sweet, intimate conversations.
Yes.
And she was like, oh my God, Sean, you prayed.
Yeah.
And all I could think was like, oh, I guess I pray a lot.
Yeah. It's like, are you kidding me? Like my, walked into a wall. I guess that was prayer. When I cursed. Yeah.
I lie in bed talking about what I hate all the time. I'm just talking to myself.
Praying. You're praying.
But God is in all of us, right? So there
I
you
guess
go.
so. Yeah. But so he's like, and towards the end, he's like running away. I'm literally in tears. Like I don't.
Were you crying?
I felt my eyes well up a little bit.
Okay, because I cried at certain points, but not that point. But I did cry.
I mean, I cried when the mom passed away, because not that I'm like, not that I have emotions, but.
Oh, are you a Sean?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
well, I know how that ends.
I feel like I don't know, maybe because it's like, oh, like I'm hormonal or something, but like I don't know. I just like when I was reading it last night and finishing it, like I was just like in a vulnerable moment, so I was just like welling up. Everything was making me well up. Like even the epilogue and like the bonus chapter made me well. Like I don't know why. I was just like,
oh, that's funny. The bonus chapter, I was like, it was too far for me. Like I was like, I would have preferred to be at their marriage so we could see all the people who were there.
Yes.
And then maybe see him like get her pregnant. Like have that be a hot scene.
Yeah.
My seed exploded in her virginal abdomen or whatever. See, this is why I can't write these. Virginal abdomen. What is that? Like a frog? Disgusting.
Everything about
no
it. Like
one
her
says
virginal, like everything about your virginal teeth, your virginal nostrils.
Yeah, I just add virginal before everything.
And it's like, I love the description you use in your book. It's so great. Just virginal everything.
Virginal Everything is the name of my store in my quaint small town life that I now lead. I did cry though at now I wish I should have marked where it was, but I think I remember being surprised by it because I was like, why am I crying here? And I think he was like so mad at some point, or he was like, or so upset. Maybe it was when he went also to go talk to his brother upstate. And I don't know, he was so vulnerable and like frustrated and tired that like I started crying for him, and I was like, wow, this book really took me on a ride.
It takes you on a ride. Yeah.
Like you really feel for him, which I think that's the only reason that I was on board.
100%. Yeah. Like I feel like that's just because of like, you know, his inner thoughts, and you know, like and it's so messy, and like, and he's like saying everything, like he's, you know, saying I fucking hate God, and you're like, I felt that before, or like this sucks when this thing happens, and it's like, yeah, it really does suck, and you're like, he's not like, I don't know, he's so self-loathing and in such a relatable way, and like it made me love him. You know what I mean? And just root for him.
Yeah, and even some of his choices, like okay, the bakery treat at the beginning, or the dinner was weird but cute.
Yes.
The skating rink date I thought was very cute.
So cute. I did think, oh my God, because he fingers her while they're on roller skates in the back room. I was like, what if they fall just because I can't roller skate? But other than that, cute.
Oh, see, okay, here's where I was. I was like, you didn't wash your hands first and you're in a skating rink? Like, you know that his hand touched that, like, you know, on the side of the rink where you have to like touch the thing to like get out.
Oh, totally.
Do you know how many kids, how many little nose pickers hands were on that? And on the I did think it was kind of funny that he bought them. Okay. We have to bring this up. He buys her new skates. Okay, fine. A little over the top because they definitely could have rented them. He bought himself rollerblades. Never has there been a less sexy detail in something that's supposed to be I was like, rollerblades at a roller rink? I would have been out. I would have been like, I'm so sorry, this deal is now off.
Yeah.
I will find a different bell brother.
Yeah.
Rollerblades. I'm sorry, but I feel like maybe it's from the time I grew up, but that is like the guys who rollerbladed were such losers. Like Brian Austin Green.
Yeah. Was there a time when, because I'm just thinking, was there a time when it was like, if a boy roller skated, that was bad? Like,
I think so, but I think that's why it was like
stupid. Yeah.
The fact that he's like, skates are for girls, but rollerblades are for boys. Right. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. And it's like, again, he still has these like old, you know, like his brother points out, it's like, you still have your like old feelings about sex, and that it's not. And it's like, you still have feelings about rollerblades as well. And you really need to check, like, you have a lot of thinking to do.
Check your misogynist blades at the door, my friend, and rent a pair of skates.
Yeah. And rent it. That was another thing, is that like there were multiple times where he was like, oh, I had my assistant buy this, or I had my assistant buy that, and it was like, we don't see the assistant once, and like all I care about is this assistant. Like, it's like,
yeah, and the assistant was a guy, right? Was there like one mention of that? I was like, oh, I want to meet this assistant dude. Maybe he gets his own novel at some point.
I need him to have his own novel. Like, that's like, I would love to read a romance novel of like the assistant of like a billionaire, this getting all of this crazy personal stuff, and that's just their job, but then they have their own like romance story that's not with their boss billionaire. Like, it's just like a different type of
just romance. A totally side romance. Yes,
exactly. Yes. Yeah. And they're like, oh, what did you do today? And it's like, oh yeah, no, I just had to go to Tiffany's to buy my boss his engagement ring for this, you know, young fiance he's going to propose to. Anyway, how was your day? And then like, that's the story.
Or they're like fucking on the satin sheets that he went to pick up, by the way, 4 or 5 sets. Extravagant amount of sheets for anybody.
Yes.
Why do you need that many pairs of sheets? Like,
yeah. If you needed that many pairs of sheets, it's weird that you would finger someone in a roller rink without needing to wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like, scientifically.
Yeah, you gotta wash the rink off your hands before you put your fingers in her puss.
I know. Again,
I don't want rink puss. I mean, if we're going to talk about the smell of a church, let's talk about the smell of a skating rink. I mean, I love it, but I don't want it in me.
No, it's like vomit, bubblegum, and pizza. You know, like, it's like, and I don't need that. I don't need that smell.
That is exactly what it is. Yeah. And whatever weird oil they use on the floor.
Yeah. Again. Yeah. And it's
I'm
like,
surprised they didn't use that as a lube. Those dirty bastards.
honestly, I feel like it would probably be a better lube than vegetable oil.
Yeah,
Just
you
because
know
I'm
what?
assuming it gets sticky. Vegetable oil feels like it would get sticky. I don't like sticky.
No, I don't like sticky. I don't like rancid.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Wash
Mm-mm.
your hands.
Wash your goddamn hands.
Wash your hands.
Cleanliness is close to godliness.
If there's anything we learned from this book.
I don't think I even said that correctly. Close to or next to?
Next to. Close
Yeah,
to
I think it's
godliness?
next to.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
I
Okay,
said close to.
Close to, next to, it's all the same thing. I'm sure the phrase was probably originally in Latin anyway, and so
Yeah,
who,
yeah.
like, knows,
It's all in
you
the
know.
translation. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and you were right. I think you were more accurate than everyone else who's ever said that.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Okay, Erin, I need to ask you your final thoughts and a rating.
Okay.
For this rating, one thing that I liked about Sean Bell was his, he loved Kesha, and he has a Kesha ringtone on his phone. And he
Yes.
was just full on like, what? Kesha's the best. Leave me alone. Loved it. I'm going to ask you how many Kesha ringtones this book was for you. 1 out of 5 Kesha ringtones means you didn't like it. 5 out of 5 Kesha ringtones means you loved it.
5 out of 5 ringtones for me.
Same.
Yeah, it was
Same.
really good. I was like excited to come home and read it. I started it early because I was like, well, what if this like takes me a long time? Like it came in the mail and I was like, oh, this is kind of long. Becky, 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
I think the first day I read like 200 something pages.
Yeah. It's so engrossing. Like there were times where I'm like, before, I'd be like, I don't feel like watching TV. I feel like I had time to relax, and I was like, I'd rather read this book, you know, than watch TV.
Yes.
It's
Same.
so
I finished it like
good.
truly like 5 or 6 days ago. Like
Yeah.
I read it so quickly. Yeah.
Loved it. I thought it was so smart, and it was just, it's a brilliant, like, honestly, I think it's like when someone's like, hey, like, romance writing isn't good or whatever. If someone ever says that, I'm like, well, read you know what I mean? Like, you're wrong.
I
Here's
really
why.
am so this is the one to recommend because truly this is the second one I've read. So you see the range now that it's all with you.
I mean,
it is funny too because like I put it in my purse because I was taking a friend to the doctor. It was gonna be like a long appointment, so I was like ready to go.
Of course,
and it was a very kind of like gross hospital. Like it was Kaiser Sunset, which great doctors, gross location. Gross
I get
hospital.
it. Yeah.
And so I was in this dingy waiting room. I have my N95 mask on because I'm still cautious. My reading glasses hitched on top of that, and I start reading this book, and I'm like getting hot. And I was like, this is the fucking funniest time to be like engrossed in a sexy book when I'm like in this like gross hospital. I didn't even like, he had like texted me. He was almost about to come out. Didn't see my phone.
Oh
he
my
comes
God.
out. I'm like, hi, are you ready?
That is amazing. It's like, I get it. That's so funny. I read the first book, like the first time I was seeing a pelvic floor, like not like a pelvic floor doctor. And I was like reading the first book in the waiting room, like getting hot. And I'm like, okay, someone's going to like go inside my pelvis now. Maybe I shouldn't read this book.
I mean,
like,
in a way, that's the
now.
best thing to read because you're
It
like
would be, yeah.
more like your
into my
body would be more ready. But I know what you mean is like you don't then want them to be like, oh,
hello.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, I guess you came ready to rumble.
I know. Yeah, I didn't want them to be like, "Oh, were you reading Priest by Sierra Simone in the waiting room like I was?" Like no. Like,
Quite
I was
honestly,
just-
though, they should have books like that in that waiting room.
You know what? You are 100% correct. Absolutely. Yeah.
Were you ever a fan of Bust magazine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I went on and off with it. Like I think it's more for I think it's much more for younger women, but I loved it when I was like a teenager and early 20s. The one thing I have never liked about it and really makes me so annoyed is that they have the one-handed read where people like write and it's never good. Like also maybe it is, but it's like I feel like everyone's sexual turn-ons are so specific. That it's probably not going to do it for. And like I've never read one of them and gotten hot. I've always like read them and been like, really? This is what? And I'm just like, have regular fiction or have something so dirty that if I'm not into it, I'm at least entertained.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, exactly. Be entertained, like with like, because it was always like the one-handed reads was like, oh, you're imagining yourself in, you know, fine. And it's like, well, if an office fucking on the copy machine does it for you, then like great. But if it's like that's a fantasy that doesn't do it for you and like nothing else brings you in, then it's like kind of like, well, I'm not gonna enjoy this.
There's very little specificity.
Exactly. Yeah. And it just like is like, oh, you can like, I don't know. I'm like, you can make erotica an interesting story. Like you can make it art, you know? And like
I mean this book is evidence of that because I am not into religious themes. I don't like religious movies. Like I steer very clear of that because I just don't have an interest in it. I've started podcasts sometimes with people I like, and if they're like, oh yeah, I was raised religiously, I'm like, next. I'm like, I just never, I don't care about it. I don't need to hear about it. I know people find it very interesting and I don't.
Right.
I find it very judgy and repressed. And so, so because this novel was so like breaking my understandings of it, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I love that this is like a very specific genre that I have no knowledge of. It was great.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, it like brings me so much joy that you loved it. I think it.
Thank you for choosing it. Truly, you
went
above and beyond. Above and beyond.
Well, I didn't write it. Come on, I just was like, I know what you.
But
need,
you
lady.
really, because I said to you like, I would love to do your podcast again, and I think I said two things. I was like, I hated 50 Shades of Grey, and let's do something really dirty.
Yeah.
And this it wasn't like it wasn't like horrifying dirty, but it was very hot.
It was taboo. There was a taboo element that like it was dirty, like, and I mean dirty in like in a reverent way, you know, like dirty. Like it was like, okay, we're like these are the taboos of this society. They're breaking it. Therefore, in this book, it's dirty in a very fun, loving, hot way. I loved it. I loved this book.
I loved it.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you did. It makes me so happy.
Thank you so much for having me on again.
Oh my God. Thank you for coming back on. Tell us where we can find you. Tell us about your podcast, things like that. You know, the whole spiel that they do, that the people
you can find me at Girl with a Tail. I just recently learned no one else says at.
This whole time?
I've been saying the at as if like, do you not know how, like, I'm like teaching people how to use social media. So first you put at.
I've always said at Beckles too. Oh no.
Oh, well then maybe it's okay. I at some point noticed that no one else was saying it and I was like, oh God, I'm so old. I don't know. Okay.
Me too. It's
Girl
fine.
with a Tail. That's what I'm on everything. And I do a podcast called College Town on Comedy Bang Bang World with Seth Morris, and Becky was just a guest. So definitely go listen. It is behind a paywall, but you get so many amazing podcasts by signing up. It's very cheap.
And it's worth it. Yeah. I love the podcast. I love listening to it. Like, and it's so much fun.
Yeah. I know when you came on and said you'd actually been listening, I was so excited.
Oh my God, I loved it. Well, I love you as a performer. I love you and Seth so much. And so, I mean, now I'm just going to like suck up to you. But it is a very fun podcast. Like I really do enjoy it.
Thank you. I love doing it. I love doing it with Seth. He's the best. He's so great. Yeah.
Well, Erin, may God be with you.
May God be with you. Bless you, my child. For you
I have sinned.
And remember, kids, if it doesn't go in your tum-tum, it doesn't go in your bum-bum.
Hey, Hey, if you like this podcast, please rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. To check out the amazing synopsis that I wrote, you can check out the show page at tstlpodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.
Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Alien Earth, the official podcast. Each week, host Adam Rogers is joined by guests, including the show's creator, cast, and crew, in this exclusive companion podcast. They will explore story elements, deep dive into character motivations, and offer an episode-by-episode behind-the-scenes breakdown of each terrifying chapter in this new series. Search FX's Alien Earth wherever you listen to podcasts.